gotta be kidding. It all started when I decided I wanted to learn how to edit videos. I ran into trouble quickly. Yeah, when it took me 20 minutes to load a project, I knew I had to do something. But what to do? I can't really afford a new computer. Maybe I can do something with this one. If only there was a way to make it go faster. More RAM is the answer. Random access memory. The Team Group Elite DDR3 16GB kit. My entry-level PC. And this dude. Thus begins the journey. What is RAM exactly? Well, imagine this. You're trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle, but you can only look at the pieces in the confines of the box. You can put them on the table when you're done, but you can't find them except for in that small space. Whereas if you threw them all out on the table and sifted through them, yeah, it would go much faster. Well, that's pretty much what extra RAM does for the computer. Gives it room to work, straight up. How do you find out what's in your computer? Well, if you're like me, the sticker's still on the side. If not, check in your system settings to see what you have, usually in the About section. It'll tell you what the gigabytes are. When you're done, you can check again and see if it got in. Once you have the info on your computer, you can do an online search and find out how much RAM can fit. In my case, it had 2 slots and I could put 16 gigs in. 16 gigs, quadruple the size. What type of memory? I'm glad you asked. There are multiple types of memory, of course. Mine's an older machine, so it happens to have DDR3. How much? I'll tell you. In my case, it was reasonable at under $30 US. Even I can usually swing that. So I ordered a 16 gigabyte kit. Before you do anything, ground yourself to the case. Computers hate static electricity. Do I have to say it? You better clean out inside. I mean, look at this. Yuck. Can you believe this thing even ran? About 6 years worth by my memory. It's pretty easy to get in here, so I think I'm going to have to do this at least once a year. Always check your shot. There, that's better. Q-tips are my weapon of choice. Gotta love the Q-tip. Your computer's making noise, and this dust might be the problem. The fan gets all the attention. It's pretty much the only moving part here. It's basically a dust vacuum. While cooling down the computer, it's actually filtering some air at the same time. Not necessarily a desirable thing inside a PC. Be thorough and take your time. Now's the time to do it. Jeez.
What are you doing?
I don't have any contact cleaner, so I decided to try this instead. And please, wipe off the excess, huh? This won't evaporate like contact cleaner will. You don't want to leave a residue here, really. It's a good idea to try and get everything out. Look around and see what you think. In this case, I can see a lot. Keep going until you get everything you can see. Multiple Q-tips for sure. Check the whole case. Looks like my memory stick may have been an air dam of sorts. Does that come into play here? I don't know. Is the dust attracted to just the memory stick? Let me know if you can answer that one. This is the 4 gigabyte memory stick that is going to be replaced. I didn't want anything to get left in the slot. Here you can see the two memory slots with the clips in white at either end. Once you think it's clean, it's time to pull the old stick out. Push down on the clips to pop out the old memory board. When you pop the latches, it forces the memory card up for you. It's up, it's out, all right. The gap in the contact should match your new memory stick. I'm actually going to save this. I might be building a standalone for a project I'm thinking of. Add my old stick to an 8 gig machine and I can get a 12 gig machine. I'm just thinking. Double check before you get too far. Always open at 90 degrees off in the camera view. Here's the kit I purchased. There are 2 memory sticks in the kit. Each one is an 8 gigabyte stick. I picked it based on product reviews and research, of course. Not being geek enough, I have to ask around. Nice packaging. Opens easily enough. I'll try the original slot first. You can tell I was stressing getting it in here correctly. It fits where it's supposed to. I just get kind of nervous trying to push too hard, you know? Maybe I worry too much. Just take your time and look it over. Line it up and make sure before you push. Lined up and ready? Let's go. A quick check before we move on to the second one. Just touching them makes me nervous. At this point, I've already doubled my power. Now we go for quadruple. Just about as tricky as the first one, so I'm still nervous. The second one took more effort. I was really concerned about it, but turns out it's a little tougher than you think. You have to push and it'll go in there. Don't worry. When you put the new memory in at the end, it's sort of a push with a combination of the clips. You need to hear the click to make sure you're home. The hardest part is getting your fingers out of the way so you can see. Feels solid and secure. I think they're in. After the push, I took a look to make sure they were even across the tops, and all 4 clips were locked. More flyby time? Too much, right? Once we get to this point, you're almost home. Kudos, as they say. Looks pretty good. Let's get this together and see what happens. Reverse the procedure and seal it up. Put your cover back on and put it back where you got it. You know, in its natural environment, if you will. After it's installed, there's nothing else to do. Turn it on and let her rip. I turned it on and held my breath. You can go take a look and see if it's there. I sure did, and it was. Then I played around. Did it work? If you're watching this, you know the answer. First time I queued up that program and tried to load that file, you know, the long one, it loaded in under 4 minutes. Can you believe that? I was amazed. Yes, it works. You have to do this if you have a slow computer that has room for extra RAM. There is no question about it. From where I started, it's easily like 2 new computers for $30. Unbelievable. Well, I definitely learned something here, and that's always a good thing. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. It helps the whole show. See you next time.